Hi everyone, my name is Nuru Rianga and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for watching the videos that I've posted so far. Please continue liking and sharing and subscribe too. Okay, so there is a specific male masseuse who is giving sensual massages to very many women in Nairobi. I'm not sure if he also gives these massages to those ones who are outside Nairobi, I'm not sure. But his videos are circulating around TikTok, and the massages that he's giving are really like they are deep tissue massages, I think. I'm not a professional in that space, so I wouldn't know, but they look like they're really deep tissue massages. But the thing that makes his massages very popular, especially among the married women, is the fact that he couples these massages up with, some sensual or affectionate touching. He does some hugging, he does a bit of kissing, he does a bit of caressing. I'm made to understand that they don't go all the way, so there's not that happy ending, so to speak. Some masseuses also offer. But the thing is that many of the women who actually go for these massages by this particular male masseuse are married. And so just looking at that, it just shows that there is a big gap that is being experienced in marriages. And this gap is the intimacy. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Now, intimacy, when we think about the word intimacy, we're always thinking it's about physical intimacy, where there's a lot of sex involved or like physical connection. But that's just one aspect of what intimacy is. Intimacy is how close you are to your partner, how close you are to your wife, or how close you are to your husband. And intimacy actually involves a lot of vulnerability and openness between the two parties involved. Now, there are various types of intimacies, and that's what we're going to have a look at today. 1. Emotional intimacy. Now, this is the degree or the level to which you and your partner are able and also willing to share or communicate your feelings and your deep emotions. This intimacy doesn't always happen at times of crisis, like when you're comforting someone or when you're angry and you're making up. No, it's something that you guys cultivate that enables you as husband and wife or as partners to share your deepest emotions, your insecurities, and at the same time feeling safe enough that your partner will not judge you or will not brush aside or dismiss the emotions or feelings that you're trying to communicate. So, for example, a wife might be feeling insecure about her body and her sexuality after she has just given birth. And so she might choose, within, of course, the comfortability of her boundaries, to share this with her partner and say, hey, I'm feeling a bit undesirable because of this added weight, and just pour her heart out. So this, on the part of the wife, like she's trying to share her deep feelings with her partner. And so for her partner to reciprocate, his response would be to give her reassurance, just giving her that safe space, knowing that she's able to share whatever insecurities she has. And the same for the guy, because it's something that is usually pegged on, oh, women are the emotional ones. But I know that men also have their moments, and it's important for the woman to welcome such emotional engagements from her partner when he needs her emotional support. And so this is something that is cultivated over time, and that we should take time to listen to with the aim of understanding, not just listening with the aim of responding. 2. Intellectual or mental intimacy is just having healthy curiosity and learning from each other as husband and wife or as partners. Now here, this involves just the openness to have a discussion on various topics and have different points of views and different perspectives without any of the parties feeling like their views are not important. Like this safe space where you feel like any view that you give, your partner will look at it objectively, even if you don't agree on a point of view, but at least you're comfortable sharing each other's perspectives. And we can see, especially when it comes to times of elections, you find that husbands and wives are not even friends during that period because maybe the wife is for one party and the husband is for the other party. Now, having intellectual intimacy would actually ensure that during such differences of point of views or even perspectives, you're able to hear each other out and even have debates and agree to disagree because you respect each other's opinions and it doesn't take away from any of the love or affection that you feel for each other. 3. Spiritual intimacy. This is the degree to which you and your partner are able to share and communicate your beliefs, your moral values, and your spirituality or your spiritual beliefs. This mainly hangs on religion and things like that, but it could also be outside, as far as your principles, as far as the morals that guide the actions that you do in your day-to-days. And so being able to have candid conversations over time with your partner about your belief system, what you think about the purpose that you have been put on this earth to fulfill, and even work together to help each other fulfill your different purposes because your purposes may not be the same. And so just giving each other that safe space to understand the spirituality of your partner and then also to empower them to live out their purpose as they empower you to live out your life purpose. 4. Physical intimacy. Now, this is the one that we all associate the word intimacy with, and this refers to bodily closeness with your partner or with your spouse. And while sex is one of the aspects of physical intimacy, it also includes affectionate touching like kissing, caressing, cuddling, hugging, things like that. Just being able to sit on the couch and watch a good movie and just be close to each other and cuddle as you do that. This is what physical intimacy is all about. And at the very beginning, I spoke about these ladies who are receiving such kind of intimacy from this male masseuse. And it just shows that there's a gap in their marriages or in their relationships where they are not receiving it, or they are not receiving it in the way that they appreciate. And this is one thing that is important to understand because each of us receives or appreciates different types of physical intimacy. And so just being able to understand what your partner appreciates and what it communicates to them as they also understand the same concerning you. Physical intimacy also wanes at times and then sometimes it also hits its peak. So being able to understand and to navigate these different ups and downs in intimacy levels or the degree of intimacy is also very important. But at the end of the day, communication. 5. Social or experiential intimacy. Now, this is the degree to which your partners have similar interests or do activities together, either in a social setting or just as a couple. Now, this is not to say that you should always be doing things together or that you should never do things together. It's just to say that, just building this whole dynamic where you're able to do something together that interests both of you. Now, if you're like my husband and I, you may not have that many things in common. And so this social intimacy now becomes a bit tricky, but something that would work for partners who do not have a lot of common interests. You could both try something new together that's new for the both of you. Trying something new together actually enables you to both be in a new space, and so that involves a lot of vulnerability on the both of your parts, so that learning something new and just goofing up and trying to learn the ropes. So that was just a brief look into the 5 types of intimacy, which I think is something that is very important in any relationship in order to make it stronger. And just a side note, these things are not cultivated in one day. It's something that you develop over time, and the more you develop it, the more it becomes sweeter, just like fine wine. And so I hope learning about these 5 types of intimacy has enabled you to see any gaps that there might be in your marriage or in your relationship, and hopefully given you a few insights into how you can improve on certain aspects of the intimacy in your relationship. Okay guys, so that's it for today. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Please continue liking, sharing, and subscribing. Until next time, bye!